Hey, welcome to Purpose and Prosperity. It's a privilege and an honor to connect with you at such a time as this. I am happy and I am grateful to be here in the now. I've got good health, in a state of gratitude, which is heavily important. If it's your first time here, my name's Kevin Clark, known as a clarity coach, transformation coach, / entrepreneur. Affiliate marketing is the place where I started online in regards to everything digital marketing. Best way I can put it, right? The reason why affiliate marketing has been such a blessing for me is because whilst purchasing courses after courses after courses after courses, the penny dropped. And it doesn't matter how many courses you have, you are going to need to get traffic to your campaigns. Traffic is the lifeblood. When I say traffic, I mean visitors, and not just visitors. You're going to need visitors that are hungry for the information, your target market. Once I discovered that fact of truth, I had to start to work smarter, and I'm going to tell you a story. So make sure you stick to the end, because there's going to be something really lovely for you waiting there, regardless of where you've been, what experiences you've had in the space of affiliate marketing, online marketing. Maybe you've had a blog. Maybe you've attempted to do affiliate marketing before and you've only made $100, $200, $1,000 or whatever, $10. Maybe you've not made a single cent, a single dollar, a single pound. Regardless, this is for you, because the information that you're about to receive is going to shift you to a new paradigm, so that you won't have to be the one that's chasing. What will happen is you'll be the one that's attracting. The methods I'm going to share with you are mixed with a lot of principles that have been created by the source, the higher consciousness, the most high consciousness, and then passed down to us fellow beings in order to get good results in anything that you put your hands on. So this isn't one of those videos where I'm going to share a ton of tools for you to purchase, and with the earnest expectation you go and put all of this information to practice, only to end up in the same situation. No. What I'm going to share with you is information that's going to radically 10x your results forever. The information on its own cannot do it. You have to be the one that's going to put corresponding action on the information that I'm about to share with you. So make sure you hit the alerts bell if you're not following me. Make sure you hit the subscribe. That way you can be informed with the latest, the best information as it is created and put out there. As a fellow co-creator, it's wonderful to be able to add value into the marketplace. It's not by happenstance that you are here. You are here on purpose to do amazing things, which is why you've been guided to this information. Only a select few will find this, because there's a niche, there's a type of person that is vibrating on this frequency, which is why you are here. Welcome to the Purpose and Prosperity channel. So without further ado, I'm going to dive in and I'm going to share my humble beginnings in how I started out as an affiliate marketer, right? So here I am, 2008, working for a wonderful company, amazing time. I was a development coach, personal trainer, I still am. However, I was offering my services in the employment sector to begin with. So what I did was I put together a coaching package. This coaching package was then offered to organizations in the ES quadrant, right? Companies, places that have been designed, hubs for training people and making people become more employable, become more better. Because that is my core, that's my mandate, because that's my purpose. My purpose is to impact, help you turn your trash into treasure, to pull out the best in you. This was my humble beginning. So I created this package. I then approached an organization with this package that I had, and they absolutely loved it. They loved what I was about. They could see the value that I could add into their business, into the people that was a part of the business. Because you see, it's not so much just the information or the package, it's you. You are the brand. It's how you move, it's how you think, it's how you behave. All of that is super essential. Working on you is super essential. For things to change, you have to change. Change your mind, change your life. If you're expecting for things to change on the outside first, you're going to be going around in circles, broke, busted and disgusted, expecting change. But for things to change, you have to change first. So, whilst working for this company and adding tremendous value to the marketplace of many, now I loved it. I was providing coaching, training, one-on-one mentoring, interview skills, mock interview skills, soft skills, maths, English, etc. Supporting people on a one-on-one basis and also in a group kind of basis as well. Really enjoyed it. I designed the office in a certain way that was workable for myself and others. And I would say I was really at that place where I was so fulfilled in what I was doing. The people group I was working with, I would say, was around 80% of women that had come from different challenges in life and starting out again. That was 80% of the people group I was working with. And watching people's lives change gradually was the reward for me. Not so much the paycheck that I was getting for my acts of services rendered, but watching people's lives change. That there, you just cannot put a price on. And I mean change for the good, better and best, right? So I'm in my element working for this company now. But one day I receive a knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. I'm like, come in. And it was the boss. And the boss said, oh, Kevin, can I have a quick chat with you, please? So I'm like, sure. So I remember leaving the office, walking into the boss's office. And then there was this awkward silence, right? You could hear a pin drop. The boss then turns around and shares some information. The boss said, you know, Kevin, I've got some news for you. I don't know how we're going to pay you this month. So you can imagine how I felt, right? What do you mean you don't know? How could this be? How am I going to get through? I've got stuff to do. I've got bills to pay, etc. I've got responsibilities. But this was the reality of the situation. The rug was delicately pulled from my feet, and that was when I could really see what I was standing on. Something had to change. For things to change, you have to change. So from that moment on, the penny dropped. That was the reality of the situation. I ventured out to look for different things. Thankfully, at the time, I was dating a phenomenal lady, and I was invited to an internet marketing seminar in a place called Earls Court, London, the UK. So here I am. I've never been to an internet marketing seminar before. What am I going to expect? Now, I went to a seminar. I've been to seminars before, but not internet marketing seminar. I remember doing something called ACN, which was a network marketing model. And loads of people gathered for these ACN meetings in order to learn about how to become much more of a powerhouse and build a team and sell the products. Other than that, I can't really say that I'd been to any other kind of like seminar before. Anyhows, here I am, fired up and ready to go. Mixed feelings, really hoping that something good will come out of this. So I get this journal, a pen, as instructed. The time came when it was time to hit the motorway, so I jump in the BMW. We're driving up the motorway and I'm thinking, ooh, I wonder what's going to happen. You know, what information is going to be presented to me? Is it going to be worth it? So we're on the motorway, I've got all of these mixed feelings. We get to this event. We find parking space, we walk into the hotel. And then we walk into this huge area, a huge room. And inside this room, there was tons of people from all different walks of life, right? All engaged in wonderful conversation, celebrating, and there was laughter, good music in the background. The energy was very high. I remember it now. It was really high, vibrant, extremely positive, new faces, new people in a new place. It was all completely new. So I decided to bask in that presence of wonderful people, a coat of many colours, right? And get engaged in conversation. And as time went on, it was getting closer to the starting of this seminar. So now it's time. Everyone takes the seat. A gentleman walks down to the front with a headset on, a black jacket, white t-shirt, jeans. This was the host of the seminar. He goes by the name of Mark Anastasi. Then I remember Mark saying, I want to see a show of hands, as he looks to the audience, right? Who in here has made money online? Let me see a show of hands. So people are putting up their hands. I remember looking around from the left to the right, and it felt a bit uncomfortable. It felt uncomfortable, but again, it is what it is. So I'm looking around thinking, oh wow. Anyhow, the seminar commences, right? Mark's speaking, and he shares his story. He shares his story about where he's coming from, how he got to where he is. And to cut to the chase, Mark was broke, busted, disgusted. He was a security guard. He was going through so much challenges in his life until his friend decided to share some information with him. And the information that was shared to Mark radically changed his life forever. Mark created something called an ebook at the time and hosted it online. The information was relevant for his niche market, and as a result, people were attracted to the information, purchased the information, and had the problem solved. Here's what's funny. Mark Anastasi was financially independent and he didn't even know. He didn't even check his account. And he was sofa surfing and all sorts. He was still living a life of not enough financially until he checked his account, only to see hundreds and thousands of dollars from an ebook that he created. And he followed this formula. Since then, his life changed. He decides to go on a quest to help as many people as possible. And that's what he shared at the seminar. Not just that, but he shared a strategy in how to become an affiliate marketer and make money online. And this was for everybody, whosoever, whatsoever, right? So he starts to share this information through these slides, and I'm there with my book taking copious notes. Didn't want to miss anything. It got to the end of the seminar. I'm excited, ecstatic, thinking, wow, I've been empowered with this information. I cannot wait until I get home to put this to practice. So the seminar ends and I'm there engaging with the crowd, making new connections, making new friends. Powerful. The power of association. Absolutely powerful. Very life-changing. It was then time to go home. So here I am. On the motorway. On the way back to Nottingham in the UK. Then certain thoughts start popping up. And these were the thoughts. Thoughts like, this is ridiculous. This is not going to work for me. What makes you think it's going to work for you, Kevin? You need to come from a certain place, Kevin. Oh, that Mark Anastasi guy, he just wanted your data really and nothing else. That information is not going to work for you. Blah, blah, blah. That voice. Thankfully, I decided to bypass that voice and put this information to practice. So once I got home, I switched on my PC. I had a PC at the time, a desktop PC. Above my PC, I had a certificate which was taken out of a book called The 1 Minute Millionaire by Mark Victor Hansen and somebody else. On this certificate in the book, you had to sign it, a declaration to say that I am going to be a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I'm not going to be, I am a millionaire. And you had to sign it yourself. And I followed this instruction through in the book, right? And I remember putting that in a frame and putting it on top of my PC on the wall in my old flat where I used to live. I then go into my notes and everything that I'd learned, the instructions from them slides, I started following it through. And this is what I did. I went to a place called ClickBank at the time, clickbank.com. ClickBank is a place that's designed for publishers. A publisher is somebody that's created the product and are hosting it ready to be purchased or ready to be affiliated to. A product that's ready to be sold. ClickBank hosts the product and gives affiliates the opportunity to connect to them products and sell them. And for every sale that you generate, you get a commission. So ClickBank is wonderful because it brings two types of people together. You've got the creator of the product, the publisher, and then you've got the affiliate. And I was the affiliate. I simply followed the instructions. Once I created an account with ClickBank and found a product that I wanted to promote, you create something called a personal URL. It's got all of your details in it. So you just literally, once you've created an account with ClickBank, and you go into the database and look for a product that you want to promote, you select the product, you then click on a button, it creates a personalized hot link that's assigned to you, and wherever you place that link, a person finds that link, clicks on it, sees the product, buys it, you get paid commission, right? ClickBank knows to pay you. The technology in ClickBank sorts out everything for you. So I followed the instructions. Reverse engineered the whole thing. And what I mean by that is, I didn't select a product first. I went to a place where I could find people that were passionate about a subject matter. I found a niche for people that were passionate about dogs. I don't know a thing about dogs. Dogs are wonderful, they're great. I didn't know at the time, I didn't know anything about dogs, but I've managed to find a niche of people that were passionate about dogs. So what did I do? I went to ClickBank, I found a product by a vendor called 6 Day Fetch, the publisher, right? The creator of the product, 6 Day Fetch. 6 Day Fetch had a book that they created, an ebook about dog training. And that cost $97 to people that wanted to purchase it. And it was to basically help anybody that had a dog and wanted to get the best out of their dog. Dog behavior book, dog training and stuff, right? I became affiliated to that product after finding a place where people were passionate about dogs. The strategy was this: place the link inside that group. It was a forum at the time, and at the time forums were massive, and commenting inside forums was a wonderful way of how to build trust, engage, and also offer information for people in that group that wanted more information about something, in this case about dogs. So after building rapport, posting a link to the dog behavior book on ClickBank, this is what was happening. Loads of people inside that forum clicked on that link to go to this dog training book and liked it. And as a result, they ended up buying it. Using the law of averages, around 2 people in every 100 were buying this book, and thousands of people were clicking on this link. So here's what happened. I started generating $47 per sale. $47 after $47 after $47. And you know what? I didn't even realize that I had made this money. I checked my ClickBank account a couple of times and didn't see any sales in the beginning. And I remember thinking, gosh, this stuff doesn't work. Pointless. I was checking it like all the time, waiting for this money to pour in. But after a few days, after checking my ClickBank account and seeing these transactions for $47 after $47, my life changed. I went through a shift. I remember putting my hands on my head like this. Oh my gosh, this stuff works, right? the thoughts that was going on at the time, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, you mean to say I can make that much money now in like while I'm sleeping on the internet by doing something once, set and forget. It transformed my life. Before that happened, my mindset was go get a job, work until the end of the week, invest all of my energy into this job, and then get a paycheck. So all of the things that happened to me after me following these simple instructions, I just went through this paradigm shift. There's something about your first sale. When you make your first sale, it's like a life-changing experience. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. If I can go to a seminar, learn something, put it to practice, and just get results like that, and all it took was for me to be exposed to different information, and then faith plus works, because you have to put action on things to get results. In order to manifest stuff, you have to believe, take action, anchor that belief with some action, and then manifestation, seed time, harvest. And I followed that through. I started making some handsome profits online, and that was it. It was like, wow. So you can imagine how I'm feeling at this stage. I started to do all of this different stuff. I created this YouTube channel at the time. I was creating all of these different accounts. I went absolutely ballistic. I was just everywhere doing so much. I remember promoting a yeast infection away book, and that was making a ton of money. I was affiliated to it. It wasn't my product again, and it was a ClickBank product. Loads of people at the time wanted a solution for yeast infection. So I was using the same thinking and again smashing it. But here's the kicker, I got carried away, right? And at the time, a lot of changes were happening. And as a result of that, I was getting strikes on my YouTube channel at the time because I wasn't staying up to date with these changes. My management was not as it is now. Huge lesson learned. I lost the account. I lost thousands and thousands and thousands, not just followers, but dollars. All my energy went into all of that, and I just lost it like that. Boom. I tried to get the account back, the channel back rather. YouTube wasn't having it. Huge lesson learned. Fast forward, a few years go by. Mark Anastasi, the host of the Internet Marketing Seminar, is reaching out to people that attended his seminar, right? Why? Because he's writing a book at the time. The book is called The Laptop Millionaire. Extremely popular book. I was one of the people that Mark reached out to, and he asked the question, which is this. Hi Kevin, how are you doing? How did he know my name? Because when I signed up for the Internet Marketing Seminar, you had to leave your email address and your name. It's a win-win. He's building his database. We are getting knowledge in return, valuable knowledge for those that go. It's a match made in heaven. If I had not left my details in the database, he wouldn't have reached out to me. He couldn't have. Imagine that. So he reaches out to me and he asks the question, I would just like to know if you found any of the information valuable. Have you had any good success with the information? I responded back by saying, hi Mark, it just so happens that I put your information to practice and I started to make money online. Mark responded back by saying, wonderful. How would you like to be featured in a book that I'm writing? It's called The Laptop Millionaire. And I'm like, yep, I would love that. He said, I'm going to put your case study on page 77. At the time, numbers didn't really mean a thing to me. I knew that there was power in numbers, and I knew that there was much more in terms of numerology and stuff and things. But the way that he asked me that question, there's just something about it. The only thing I can say I really knew about numbers from a secular standpoint at that time was, Lucky 7. But I didn't realize that there was much more in regards to the way that the Most High has set up the universe and the things that happen in the universe, and how communication can take place around numbers, and how numbers carry a vibration. Fact of truth. You can see it from a scientific standpoint. We are using numbers on a daily basis to get certain results. It is what it is, regardless of your belief set, regardless of what you've been taught, regardless of what you think. It is what it is. So, here I am now. Excited. I'm going to be in a book. The book comes out. The book's launched, right? Guess what happens next? The book goes on to become a New York Times bestseller. Mark Anastasi is traveling all over the world, showcasing his book, promoting his book. So here I am like, whoa, I'm inside this New York Times bestseller on page 77. So guess what I do? I start letting all of my friends know, all of the new people that I'm meeting, and my life starts changing. Why? Because the book has endorsed me. People are now believing in who I am and what I can deliver. Wonderful, right? The testament is there, proof's in the pudding. Just the whole connection, the whole setup. So I set up an agency called ClickZoo, clickzoo.co.uk, helping organizations with their affiliate marketing, SEO, long tail keywords, short tail keywords, etc. So now my agency is thriving. I'm really busy doing all of this stuff. Wonderful time. Mark Anastasi became my first coach, my first mentor. So from there, I decided to do things a bit more different. Now that I'm walking in my purpose, walking in my power, the mandate, the call on my life, I'm here to help you win. I'm here to help you get the best out of who you are. Inside you, there's treasure from deep within. You are here on purpose to do dynamic things. You are most probably here because you do not even know who you are yet, and what your call is, and what the mission is concerning your life. You've done this, you've done that, you've been everywhere, you've tried all these different things. From deep within, you know that there's more, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. But there's more. You have these ideas within you. You have these gifts about you. You're an empath. The reason why I know these things is because of the call on my life. If you think this is some coincidence, stick around for a bit more longer. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. Because you are in the now, and this is a divine setup. And how the Most High, the creator of all things, works. This is how things go. We get shifted to new dimensions through people, earthen vessels. There's people that are assigned to help you get to the next stage in your life. With us connecting like this is one of those moments. The truth of the matter is, these moments can happen, but if you do not have the ears to ear, if you're not listening, you're drawn to this information. That's why you are here. There's a frequency and a vibration that's connected us like this. It's not by happenstance that you are here at such a time as this. So while the matrix is doing its thing around you, while the simulation is playing around you, consider this to be a whisper, a peep. There is no separation. This is the next level. And it's time for you to come higher. It's time for you to break through. It's time for you to walk in your power and do what you've been called to do. That is going to take the right connections, the right mindset, the right tools, the finances. Once you've aligned yourself and you're connected to the right people, the rest will follow you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of these things will manifest. All of these things will be added onto you. Added onto you. They'll come part and parcel of who you are, of who you're becoming. First the blade, then the ear. The earth is waiting for the manifestation of its sons. There's a giant within you. There is greatness within you. Now is the time. This is it. This is your moment. But you have to take the next step. Welcome to the 100K Alliance. Put together by 7-figure entrepreneurs, master affiliate marketers. I am a part of the team. I'm on the inside, adding value, growing, aspiring, and enjoying everyday life. What is the 100K Alliance? The 100K Alliance is a platform program that gives you a ready-made business on a platter with support for anybody, regardless of where you've been, what you know. Whosoever is inside the 100K Alliance will get a ready-made business. You don't have to build anything. You don't have to know about SEO. You don't have to learn about websites and all of that kind of stuff. None of that. List building, none of that. Here's what you do. You simply go to the 100K Alliance. You join the 100K Alliance. You'll be given a business ready-made on a platter with deep funnels. Once you've done that and you have it in place, you will have one simple link. And with that one simple link, wherever that link is, and there's traffic of hungry buyers that want to become financially independent, what's going to happen is this. They're going to arrive to your link and they're going to become part of your business, and for life they're going to receive products, services, as long as they're inside that funnel, right, with big ticket offers and all sorts. And when they make these purchases, you are going to be getting commissions like $47, $97, $207, $400 and all sorts, $15. And inside your inbox, this is what's going to happen. You're going to go inside of your inbox and you're going to see you've made commission of $47. You've made commission of $207. You've made commission of X, Y, and Z. I used to share people my stamps, my proof of my commissions made in my inboxes. I can't be bothered to do it anymore. But I used to share it as proof and stuff. But the way that I am now and stuff, I don't really need to go there. It is what it is. So that's what's going to start happening. You see, when you get your first check, your first commission, you're going to go through a shift. Certain things are going to fall off you. Something happens when you get your first check. It's beautiful. Right? And then there'll be no looking back from there. Until then, you're going to go around in circles looking for all of these different products, all of these different services, trying this, trying that, trying that, trying this. This is a radical shift for you. The kingdom of God is like somebody that finds treasure in a land. And once they've found that treasure in that land, they sell everything that they have to buy that land. The kingdom of God is within you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of these things will be added unto you. Everyone's on different journeys, doing different things. It's the gospel of Jesus Christ and the message of Yeshua, Jesus, that showed me about the kingdom of God within me. In terms of who I am and what is possible. As within, so without, as above, so below. Heaven on earth as it is in heaven. So it's time for you to be heaven bound. It's time for you to be living your best life. It's time for you to be thinking heavenly, in abundance, joy, peace, happiness, contentment, all of the good fruit that hang off love. You are made, fashioned and formed in love, in abundance. Abundance is your birthright. Don't get me started. So this is your next step. Congratulations on your achievement so far. Because things have been happening that has brought you here. You know what's been going on before you arrived here. You know the story. I won't get too deep into your business, but you know your story. And you know how this is resonating with you. I don't even need to be doing all of these edits and doing these things like grabbing content and trying to get you to believe in this and using that and all of this malarkey that you see out there when people are kind of like just doing things to make these sales. This is bigger than that. This is about your call, your purpose, and why you're here. You've been called, chosen, called to do exploits. I don't have to go out there and try to mechanically make all of this stuff happen. There's something about your vibration, your frequency. I do not chase, I attract. What is meant for me will find me. I always have enough for whatever I need in every given moment. The universe is consistently working in my favor, and good things are consistently happening to me and for me. I know who I am. I know what my qualities are. and I love me. I love you. And this is your moment. Your next step. In the description box, somewhere in this page, this is what you'll see. You will see a link to the 100K Alliance. To connect with me personally, you go to the link, you sign up, you get in there. Everything will be handed to you on a platter, no rush. At your own pace, you'll be taken care of. In the background, in the interface, there's going to be a ton of rich information that only 1% of people have. Only 1%. Be that 1% part. Be in the 1%. The 1% crew. Be in front. This is for the 1%ers. This is not about the 99%ers that are out there amongst each other, fighting each other and doing all of these techniques and stuff and pushing all this energy and time into things and coming out with nothing. Yeah? Join the elite 1%. That's us inside the 100K Alliance. Here's what will happen. You're going to get the tools. You're going to be guided, trained, one-on-one, hand-to-hand, 24/7. You can ask any question and you'll be helped. That's from the team that are doing 7 figures consistently online, that have put together the 100K Alliance. You'll connect with me. This is the only way that you can directly connect with myself in anything affiliate marketing. It's the only way. I don't offer any other product or service or any other gateway to connect to myself. That's the only way you can reach out to me. That's like a cheat code, the 100K Alliance. So you'll see me on the inside. You can reach out to me on the inside, because on the inside, there's people in there that are doing some awesome things. We work together as a team. Everything's there. You're never left alone. And it's there. And once you've got this in place, boom, you've got an asset that's working for you 24/7. And the more you take care of that asset, is the more it's going to take care of you. Where focus goes, energy flows. So well done. But now it's about action. Don't overthink it. Don't deep it. Just do it. Follow through. Persist. Take action. So go to the link. Details are there. I'll see you on the inside. That's it from me, Kevin Clark. Believe in you. Bye for now.